Celebrity true or false with Terry Crews here on the Rich Show.
Celebrity true
Keeping it real.
or false?
True or false, Terry Crews, your first job was as a sketch artist for a local news station in the 80s. True or false?
That is true. Very, very true. My first job, my father took me to WDIV TV 12.
In Detroit?
Yes, exactly.
Right.
And wait, he took me down, that was it's another, JRT, excuse me,
Okay.
JRT TV 12 in Flint, Michigan.
Okay.
Took me down there during my summer of my freshman year, and he was like, hey, man, you need a job, and my son can draw. And they were like, oh, boy, whatever. And I showed them my portfolio, and they were like, okay. And what they did, I started sketching for the station, and they put me on the worst murder case in Flint, Michigan history. I was in the courtroom. I did the courtroom sketches. And it was a learning experience for me. And it was my first job in entertainment, first job period, but it's also an entertainment gig.
Of course. Well, I don't know. Did you see the sketch artist that from the Deflategate case with Tom Brady?
Yeah.
It's right up there.
Yeah. Oh my God. No.
Come on now.
Well, he probably was hungry. You know, he was hangry.
This is a hungry sketch
He
artist.
was trying to get it done and get a sandwich. You know what I mean? I could tell. There's some anger there.
Oh, man. Gives everybody a bad name, I guess, a sketch artist. You're known for your physique. True or false, you have a mean, sweet tooth anyway. Your sweet tooth.
Oh, yes, definitely. That's true. True.
What's your weakness?
Oh, my God. I have cronuts, man. First of all, donuts, dude. Any kind of donut. I mean, an apple fritter. Come on, man. It breaks me down. And you always regret it. But you know what? Also, I learned to not to eat emotionally. This is the thing. I've been doing intermittent fasting. So it keeps me away from donuts. But when I get depressed and you know you're sad, you didn't get a role you wanted, I'm driving, I notice all the donut stores. You're like, and you realize that you're trying to placate. You know what I mean? And you're like, this donut. And my wife will see me eating donuts. She's like, what happened, baby? What happened? I'm like, oh, no, I'm sorry. I don't feel good right now.
See, my wife has an exact opposite reaction when she sees me eating a donut. Like, what are you doing? You know, like
she's mad.
Because, well, she knows that I won't look like Terry Crews after eating the donut.
That's true.
That's the difference here.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I still have time.
Yes.
Okay.
Never too late.
So what is have you found out what your metabolism rate is? Have you checked on that?
I've done everything, man. My deal is, for me, I've been intermittent fasting for 6 years.
Okay.
And it's really given me a new lease on life. I start at 2, stop eating at 10. I do an 8-hour window, 16-hour fast. And it really, because, the only thing that makes you fat is insulin. That's it. And if you control your insulin, if you control when that stuff kicks in and peak it, I find that you can really, really lose the weight and stay strong. And also working out 2 hours a day.
Yes,
I forgot about that part.
Oh, man. Another one. You worked on the set as a bodyguard for Cube before he cast you on Friday After Next. Is that a true story?
Now, that's true, but the bodyguard sounds sexy. Okay? It was security guard. Like, I had a T-shirt with a flashlight. Bodyguard sounds like suits and all that. No. It was more like I was like watching Cube's car. He's like, hey, man, make sure my car stays there. I'm like, yes, sir. And I had my batteries. But this is the thing. I made sure all my little like polo shirts were really tied up good on the arms.
Medium? Yeah.
And they were like, they were medium. All medium shirts. And they were like, oh, I look so amazing.
And then he cast you? Then he put you in?
And then he put me in Friday After Next. He remembered me. And I had actually did a stint on Training Day, like extra. I was an extra in Training Day.
Right.
And he remembered me. He was like, that's the guy who did security on next Friday, and put me in Friday After Next.
What was your role in Training Day?
Oh, I was an uncredited gang member. That was it. I was walked on the set to watch Denzel work, and the director, Antoine Fuqua, said, hey, man, you know what? I'm gonna put you in this movie. You down? I was like, okay. So he said, take your shirt off. I took my shirt off, and I was the guy on the roof that was flipping pigeons, and the whole thing as Denzel came down.
You just walked on the set to see Denzel work? What are you talking about?
I had a friend who was like a location guy, because I was doing security.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, you want to watch Denzel tonight? I was like, yep. See, this is the thing. A lot of your success just comes from proximity. You know what I mean? You can be broke anywhere. I decided to be broke in LA. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of great things happen,
Last one for you, Terry Crews. You have never taken a single acting class, true or false?
That's true. Never taken a class.
Come on.
Ever. All my ability, all my skill was on the job training. And I would mess up. I would mess up bad. I messed up. But this is the thing. Everybody messes up.
Right.
That's what I used to think you could never miss a line. Then I would watch the biggest superstar actor. Can I get another one? You're like, hey, they can mess up. Because you have this myth that you're supposed to be perfect.
Right.
And perfection is not expected. Only thing you need to do is be faithful. That's it. Faithful. Forget perfection. Forget it. But if you're faithful, you're going to get there.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.